Hello, all of you beautiful ladies. Welcome back. And today we are diving into testosterone. It has been almost 3 years that I have been taking the testosterone. And I believe I updated you guys around maybe 9 months and then again maybe 18 months. Okay, so now it's been 3 years. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. So get ready. We're doing this. I have gotten a couple comments and asking for an update. So here it is. And this is the funny thing. So we are also at a standstill with the testosterone. So I'm updating you almost 3 years, but the last month I have gone completely dry. No testosterone. And I had shared with you guys in my last video that I was going to switch doctors because my doctor was retiring. So my wonderful doctor, who has been amazing, and I'm eternally grateful to her, she's retiring, and I'm so happy for her. So I also shared that it would make sense that I go back to regular TRICARE because I was under another kind of policy with TRICARE, which allowed for you to see off-post doctors. And that's how I found and was able to see the last OBGYN. So I decided I'd just switch back to regular TRICARE because one thing was starting to happen. I'm using more medications, I'm using more hormones, and that was getting expensive. And then you guys also know that I'm paying for the testosterone because my doctor calls it in through a compounding pharmacy, and it is not covered. No, never. A compounding pharmacy is not covered. And we know there's no FDA-approved female product of testosterone. There is in Australia. So I think that they are way ahead of us, and that is amazing. But yes, yay Australia. It's called AndroFem. I think it's amazing. But anyways, we're not there yet. I hope we're going to get there soon. This is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so I am back to the cost. It was getting quite expensive. So again, I'm paying for the compounding pharmacy. The prices keep getting raised as well. So when I started, it was about $83 for 3 months. And I know, okay, for 3 months, so you can break it down. So, you know, it's a little over like more closer to $23, $24 a month. But then I'm also, since I'm using a different service to get my prescriptions through this plan I was with, I also had to pay $13 every prescription. So again, this was adding up because I wasn't taking anything before, so it was no big deal. You know, occasionally I would need a prescription, but now I'm taking all these hormones. So, and again, on top of the cost of going to the compounding pharmacy. So I had hoped that by switching, I would just have to deal with the compounding pharmacy. Okay, and guys, it's worth it. So I'm going to pay it regardless. Okay, so fast forward to today, I have still gone a month without it because I decided to make that switch for the doctor, switch back to regular TRICARE, which means I see all my care on post. I can't get in to see that doctor. They literally couldn't get me an actual appointment to even establish care until March 2025. Yeah, so I was afraid of that. That's why I used different care to begin with, because everyone had already told me that it's really difficult to get in with your doctor and use the facility on post. So I'm not happy about that, but now there's nothing I can do because I don't know another doctor to stay on that other plan. The reason, because my doctor is leaving and she was the one that was covered under that other plan. So, okay, so that's where we're at. So we switched and now I'm just going with the flow with the doctors on post. And I finally got in to see someone, can't see my provider, but someone saw me. And of course I wanted to discuss, well, what am I going to do about my testosterone? And I hoped just maybe they would be willing to call me in regular testosterone it's testosterone, it's testosterone. Except for, remember, the compounding pharmacy formulates it to the dosage appropriate for a woman, because we know if we took a man's product in the same dosage, oh my gosh, not gonna be good. So that is why there's no dosage of any sort. Now, I've been hearing people in the space talk about a couple OBGYNs talking about how they dose it. So they use the Testim, Testim, and it comes in like this little box, and there's these little packs, like think of like little foil packs, maybe like those little packs, you know, you get from condiments on the go, you know, like at a baseball game or something, where they have the mayo or the ketchup or mustard in those little foil packs. That's what I think it's pretty comparable to. So it comes in a box of those little packs. Well, a male would take a whole entire pack, and it's gel. It's like a gel. So hello, if a woman took a whole entire pack of a gel, we would be really in deep trouble. So what I have heard OBGYNs talk about is that it's cut in 10. So one of those packs would be like basically divided into 10 doses in that one pack, which ends up being, is what I've heard, is about a pea-sized amount. And I'm going to show you all this, you guys, because we're going to get this done, and I'm going to show you when I get the product. Okay, so anyways, that's how it would be dosed for a woman. And I've heard this numerous times. I've also heard numerous doctors say that they're not comfortable with it, and it's a little, you know, sketchy, and they feel probably more likely to be overdosed, is what I'm thinking. Because again, it's just, you're dealing with such on a large scale, from how much a man needs and how much a woman needs. So I'm thinking most doctors are not even comfortable with that, and there's no science that, you know, literature that they have to go by on dosing it. So I get it. Okay, I get it. This is new, you know, testosterone for women therapy is a new thing. We're going to change that, ladies, but it's still new, and I get it. But so I was really hoping that I could, if I told my doctor, you know, this new provider, okay, well, I know how to somewhat dose it, you know, so I asked for the testosterone. I had explained my situation, and I'm getting it from the compounding pharmacy. It's very expensive. This girl can't afford it. And what their thoughts were. So of course she proceeded to test my testosterone just to make sure I wasn't high. And remember, ladies, let them do that anytime. Get your testosterone taken all the time, and especially early on in this journey, because then you will know your range. You'll know your range individualized to you, because everyone's range is different. Some women run higher, way higher in testosterone than other women, and you know those women, right? We just know a woman that runs higher in testosterone, and we know women that run lower, and we are all one of those women. So if you can get an idea of your levels early on, this is so helpful, because the range that they go by at the lab is, again, it's not personalized, okay? So just tell your doctor anytime if they can test you, especially if you're feeling symptoms of low testosterone, like your libido is suffering, energy, you're gaining, your weight distribution is changing, where you're getting more of that, gaining weight in the middle, your energy. Okay, so just that's something I totally recommend, and that's what has worked for me, because now I kind of know how I have felt and where the numbers were and what my numbers are with the testosterone and without the testosterone. So just a little pointer there. Okay, so again, I asked the doctor. So nobody, she, bless her heart, she was really willing to do it. She tested my testosterone, so of course she wanted to know my level, and get this. Undetectable. Should I say that again? Undetectable. It's been a month with no testosterone, and it was undetectable. Okay, so that was actually good in my favor, because she didn't have a problem helping me to get some more testosterone, because she saw that And in my, she could see my history. She knows I suffer from the HSDD, which is, if you're not familiar with it, that's what they use for the hypoactive sexual desire disorder is what it stands for. So she knows I had that severe, and that's why I started taking the testosterone to begin with. Okay, so fast forward a little bit. She tries to prescribe it. I wait, I go home. She calls in the prescription, and no, I'm thinking she's calling in the prescription. I get nothing. So they finally call me. The doctor calls me herself and says, she doesn't know how to dose it. She has no idea. And nobody in the whole entire medical building, hospital, can help her, or she couldn't find any colleague to help her, advice, or anyone who is familiar with it. So you guys, I am the only woman, I guess, that has asked for testosterone. Talk about feeling like a freak. So that didn't feel good. And she was very honest with me, though. She said, I don't know how to do this. I'm asking around. And she proceeds then to refer me to the OBGYN clinic. Okay, same thing. She apologizes. She was also a really nice gal, doctor, and she apologized. She doesn't know either. And she also asked all of her people. Nobody, okay? Nobody knew or was even willing or comfortable to prescribe it because they don't know how. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, wow, we're so behind. I'm going to update you on the rest of this situation. So we are waiting on that pre-authorization. And if they say no, I am fighting it. I'm going to fight it for all of us. Okay, so now let's just go back to what the testosterone is doing for me. I wanted to also share that in the video. So besides, this is not a good time to ask me what it's doing for me because I have none. But we're going to get it, and I want to let you know that in these 3 years, I have felt so much better, and it has done so much for me. It does so much for us. Okay, when it is not just our libido. So I wanted to talk about that. So what it is still doing for me, and maybe even some things that I have learned it's doing for me and I didn't even realize because now I don't have it. Okay, so I can compare. Okay, so what it's doing for me, of course, libido, all aspects of libido, okay, interest, even the experience with the climax, with the feeling, with the touch, okay, so all of the aspects of libido, okay. So also brain functioning. We know testosterone plays a big role in brain functioning, okay, it helps with clarity, memory, and this I know for a fact. It helps with the brain fog. I feel like my memory is better and just not as fuzzy. So just more clarity. Okay, so for sure, 100%. Also fat, distribution, and of course around that midsection, I do believe, you guys know I've been on this, high protein, not high protein, but yes, high protein, but not, no carb kind of keto thing. Just I've upped my protein and, definitely, I am eating lower carbs because most of the carbs we shouldn't be eating anyways. So I am still eating some complex carbs, but I mean, you could probably consider I'm on lower carb but not keto. Okay, so you guys know that's working for me, but I know for a fact that the testosterone also has helped in that situation. And more again, with the way you are gaining the weight. If you do gain some fat, and we all probably will struggle a little bit with that, some less than others, and some women, of course, they don't experience that at all. But most do. Your body shape changes. And the way you gain normal weight throughout your life, then all of a sudden you're putting it on in weird places, different places, and especially around the middle. Okay, so that's definitely, it helps that, okay? Also muscle mass and strength. So I know I've gained more muscle, and also I feel like I can make more gains in strength, okay? Energy, better energy. I feel it in my workouts, like I'm ready to go. But now that this month I haven't had it, I'm like kind of dragging, okay? Quality of sleep. Now, I talked to my doctor about this, and I know there's no evidence about sleep, but I'm sorry, my sleep has been crap. Now, I was already starting to, know that I was feeling lower in the testosterone, because even not this last month, but even before then, I was feeling like I was trying to make that darn testosterone from the compounding pharmacy last. So I was even like cheating myself and not using the dose. And then remember I explained to you guys that my doctor also lowered the dose because I asked for the patch and she felt like that was blah, blah, blah. It's another video, guys. That's another video. But again, I was feeling it. And then my sleep started going down the drain. So I think it helps with my sleep, but I'm going to speak for myself. Also, mood improved. I had a better mood and a better sense of well-being. You just feel like you're okay. Okay. So also, I definitely was experiencing less anxiety. Not that I was experiencing severe anxiety, but I think all of us know in this perimenopause journey, even if you have never experienced anxiety, and just pointer, we all experience anxiety. But it's the degree and how frequent and often and severe you experience anxiety from person to person. So I believe that I've had less anxiety and I'm just like feeling like I can handle things, like I can get stuff done and I can handle things, and especially emotionally and mentally. So kind of a mess, you guys. I'm kind of a mess. Less irritability for sure. And also better management of like joint pain and my ankles. I've been getting weird ankle stuff. I'm going to do a video on that, you guys, because what the hell? So I feel with the testosterone, my joint like flare-ups or pain is better with the testosterone. That helps, okay? It has for me. I have not struggled as much as I was before. Also, I helps with like urinary. I don't feel like I wake as much, like to have to go to the bathroom in the middle, have to, pee in the middle of the night. I feel like it helps with that as well. Also that urination, like frequency kind of thing that started to happen for me. I feel like testosterone helps that as well for me. Now, also, let's just talk about, these risks that people still want to scare, put fear in us about. There is still this thinking of like it increases cardiovascular risk. I could definitely see that. That makes sense. But I believe that that's really if you're getting too much. And remember, we don't want too much, ladies, okay? Too much testosterone will be a really bad thing. And we don't want that. As much as it makes us feel good, but it will not continue to make us feel good if we get too much. So that's why these, like people that use the pellets or maybe even injections gets a little trickier because I think it can be easily overdosed. And then talk about side effects. That is where the side effects are. If you're just getting a little testosterone replacement, and not even replacement, but just therapy, just added, you're going to be fine. But if you start to get too much, then definitely you're going to have side effects. And we know what the side effects are. Let's talk about that. Acne, okay? Well, let's just talk about this too. We already was experiencing acne problems with perimenopause. So to me, that one's kind of funny, but whatever, acne. And you know what, you guys, my skin is better. And I remember I've dealt with the rosacea came out of nowhere for my skin problems right when my perimenopause symptoms started happening. That is one of my perimenopause symptoms. So if anything, I know cleaning up my products and being really careful in that department has really helped my rosacea, and my diet, not eating a bunch of crappy stuff. I took all that out of my diet, and alcohol. So I also believe that the testosterone has helped with my skin, not made it worse. There is the thinking that liver problems, also a drop in the good cholesterol, the HDL. I did see that my cholesterol was raised slightly, but that is also with taking any of the hormone replacement. That can be also with taking the birth control pill or estrogen. So I don't really think we can blame that all on testosterone. Okay, also deepening of the voice. I'm not experiencing that, but I could see if you're going to take too much, that could happen, just like the acne. Okay, also facial hair. Check, already have. We already have that, ladies. That's also a symptom of perimenopause. So we already have that. So I have not experienced that. You know, I've got that peach fuzz going all over my face, but I already had that. Thank you to also estrogen plays a role in that. So haven't experienced that at all, you guys. But I bet if I were to ever get too high and I was taking too much testosterone, then I believe women could experience that. Okay, so we got that out of the way, guys. I want to share with you too, this is what I was using from the compounding pharmacy. And it's like a little click bottle, and you put it on your skin and rub it in. I'm going to all my love, and please jump in on this conversation and please put in your 2 cents, how you feel. Are you taking testosterone? Have you? How is your libido, or anything else of these things we've talked about? Love to hear. It helps all of us, you guys. Anytime you put a comment, you know how I love it, you guys. It makes me so happy. So please join in the conversation, and I will be back with you soon.